Spiritual awakening will hit you upside the head out of nowhere. One day you're living your life, and the next day you barely remember that life you used to live. As for me, since October 8th, I've stepped beyond the veil hand in hand with my Father, and ever since that day I have not looked back. Every minute of my day is beyond the veil. And for the past 10 months, hand in hand with my Father, I have learned the truths, and they're big truths, and just how much Satan has lied to us, more so to us Christians, doing his absolute best to hide the truth and making it dang near impossible for anyone to ever discover it, find it, or in any way, shape, or form figure it out. Seeing is believing, yet faith is believing in the unseen. These are words on loop in my head along with some others. And truly, and I mean truly, had Yah not opened my eyes spiritually completely to it all and seriously walked me through it, well, there were times, but walked me through it all, there's no way as a human I could have ever figured this out. And this is where that seeing is believing. Well, those words are truth. For a very long time, I have been struggling, and I know you guys know this, with how, when, or if I'm even to share it all. There is no play-by-play, no handbook, no even set of IKEA instructions that could ever even begin to help me understand how to share it all with you. I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. And this is where my addiction for notebooks comes in handy. Typically, I buy a notebook and write on the first page and go off and buy me a new one. Not lately. Those pages have been filled more times than I can count. And even then, still, I cannot find the words. There will be mockers and scoffers. And historically, notoriously, already, those mockers and scoffers seem to be, well, the same type of people. The Christians. Lean not into your own understanding. For those who want me to cite Bible verses left and right, I'm going to cite that one quite a bit, because that is the truest verse I've ever seen. Lean not into your own understanding. And if you insist on digging your heels into the words in that book, and only and solely those words, specifically the Bibles that are more recently written, altered, having words omitted, scriptures, books completely omitted, and as much as I know you hate to hear this, words have been added and twisted. But why, Auntie? Why would they do that? Because, well, how else do they hide the truth? You see, power is very important to Satan. And the most powerful thing is knowledge, the truth. And trust and believe he has stripped that completely away from everyone in this world. Because until you see it, what I'm going to teach you, I guarantee you're going to have a hard time to believe. But everything I'm going to show you and teach you, my Father has given to me. I have proof. Oh, I've got way more proof than I can handle, but I have proof of it all. It's going to get messy. I can't write the scripts, and there is a lot. So I need you to hang on to your britches. When I say there is a lot, you need to understand all of this for any of this to make sense. So here goes video number 1 of the truths the mockers and scoffers are really going to have troubles with. On your mark, get set, let's go. Oh, but first things first, Tiki Talk, this is purely for entertainment purposes only, all things stated here. I'm just thinking out loud. I got new boots, new boot goofing, let's go. Quantum physics has more to do with our reality than you would probably like to admit. No, it has everything to do with our reality. There are multiple realms, and you exist in these multiple realms. If you had the ability and the gift like I do to see beyond the veil, you would find that as these realms vary, they will contain all of the same things as the heavens, the birds, the lions, the ox, the chariots, the bars. That's what I have to call them. They look like long bars with feathers and sapphires and angels inside of them with buckles. You drew it because you knew it, because it was your home. Those are words that have been on my mind on loop again with the others, probably now for 8 months. No, 9 months, because that's when the biggest thing of my life happened. I'm finally ready to share. There are words everywhere. And with the Merkabahs, which are the chariots, those, from what I have discovered, only belong to the celestial, the angels, and I believe they're the higher ranked angels. They need these chariots to go in and out of different realms. And they load that Merkabah full of the different versions of you. If you are an angel and you have this Merkabah, on the Merkabah will be your name. In the highest of heavens, well, I don't know, because I only know what I have been shown. But what I have seen is in the highest heavenly realms is my Father, Yeshua, Molly, and me, cruising around up in those highways with not a care in the world, smiling and laughing, and my name clearly on the back of the Merkabah to see. Our Father is not like the church has taught you, not at all. Not in the highest of heavenly realms. He is amazing, he's squishy, he's loving, he's laughing, he's jolly. And I've never felt more safe in my life when I know that I'm with him. I have hundreds, if not thousands, of photos of me, him, and Yeshua and Molly rolling around in my own Merkaba. In fact, I have 6 photos of my own Merkaba, and I'm going to probably share that tonight. Oh, I shouldn't do that, because anytime I say that, something happens to me. Pew, pew, pew. No, I'm not going to share it tonight. There are eyes everywhere, because there are Ophanim, the wheels within wheels, with eyes all around and about. There are angels everywhere. In the highest heavenly realm where Yah lives, Arabath Rakia. Yeah, that's hard to say. I'm getting better at it. Arabath Rakia. There's a moon and a sun right next to each other, and the most beautiful kingdom I've ever seen, with angels of so many different colors laughing, and it's like a constant cocktail party at times. And yes, my friends in heaven, I mentioned Molly, there are dogs. Anyways, in the highest realm, these are the things that exist. We have petals on our eyes, more so always on one. In the highest of realms, it is beautiful, it is white, and I believe it is an almond petal. There are 7 realms, 7 core realms. There are higher ones up, but we'll get to that. But you guys all exist in these 7. Throughout your day, you will bounce in and out of these different realms, and the people that you're in the same room with might be existing in a totally different realm than you are, but you're in the same room. This is why when you have conversations or an argument with somebody, you're like, you said that. And they're like, dude, never said that, never once. That's because you were in one realm, they were in the other, but you're in the same room. When you're in different realms than somebody else that you're next to, you see things differently. You feel things differently. And you remember things differently. Enter the Mandela effect. Oh, and on that note, this is going to be a tough one for a lot of people to wrap their noggins around or even believe, but it is true. Trust and believe it is true. Pictures and videos, they change. In fact, now, tonight even, they will, if you look at them good enough and hard enough and long enough, they will change right before your eyes. Not the main characters, but the background, the beyond the veil that exists. As somebody who can see beyond the veil, it is kind of cool. I'm going to have to show you guys this on live. If I'm taking a photo or a video beyond the veil, it shifts. It goes blurry and changes because the spirit, it's almost like a movie, and every 3 seconds it resets. But pictures and videos change depending on what realm you're in. I was on Jason Q's live one night a few months ago showing them the demonic realm and what that looks like. I will teach you guys. You will be shocked. No, you will be shook. As I was showing them in pictures, there were thousands of people in this live with me and Jason Q. The picture changed right before thousands of people's eyes. They got to see it for themselves. Oh, I learned it the one way you cannot deny, though. I had just started my journey with Yah, and I had taken hundreds, if not thousands, of photos of the clouds, the chariots, everything. And I have 135,000 pictures in my phone. No joke. My iCloud, I still love that. It's strong. It's platinum, triple crusted diamond. But never in the history of ever would I ever take a picture of a blue sky, let alone put that in the thousands of pictures I've taken into my favorites, let alone 5 of them. Never in the history of ever have I ever taken a picture of just a blue sky. Why would I? One day I went into my photos to send one to a friend of mine when I looked at my favorites where 5 photos right next to each other were just blue sky, where I knew specifically those were pictures I had taken of Yah or the higher heavens. That was a moment I realized, oh my gosh, I just solved the Mandela effect. Pictures and videos change depending on what realm you exist in. Just like conversations, experiences, feelings, and the memories that you might share with another person who was in the room. You can bounce in and out of these different realms multiple times throughout the day. In fact, it is way, way, way too easy for you to get kicked down into the lowest realm. And that's where my demons hide. That's where my demons hide. And my demons are right there along with yours. This is why Yeshua says your tongue is powerful, the most powerful muscle in your mouth. You have in it the power of life or death. Be careful. Watch your words. If you cause anyone pain, hurt, frustration, your words could immediately kick them down into the demonic realm, the lower realm. Oh, FYI, demons, they don't come to you. Spiritual attack, they're not packing their bags coming your way. They can't. They can't escape. They can't go up from the realm that they're in. When you're under demonic attack, you, my friend, have gone down to their turf through fear, anxiety, anger, unrepented sin, unforgiveness, all those yucky things. Please watch your words. It doesn't take much to kick somebody you love down into those lower realms. This is why it's key for certain people like myself to have isolation. Demons will whisper in people's ears horrible things to say to somebody else to target them. And Christians are not off limits. I know because I see it with my own eyes every single time. Think about what you're about to say. Is it really you? Like for part 2.